The jilted bride's new love is a mysterious tycoon. Chapter 1. I'm single. Are you seeing someone? Charlee Sullivan leaned casually against a gleaming crimson sports car, her fitted scarlet dress emphasizing her striking silhouette. Her delicate face, framed by soft waves of auburn hair, radiated sophistication. Her usually vibrant eyes now carried an icy detachment. The man, crouched over his battered motorcycle, straightened up at her words. Under the streetlight's glow, his rugged, undeniably magnetic features radiated an air of untamed charisma. "I'm single," he replied, his deep baritone carrying an irresistible allure. Charlee smirked, leaning in slightly. Her curls tumbled forward, dusted with vibrant remnants of party streamers. "Spend a night with me, and I'll forget about the damage to my car," she suggested boldly. She wasn't one to forgive easily. After discovering that Liam Todd, her fiance, dared to cheat on her, she craved a way to retaliate. And this man, his sharp jawline, commanding presence, and effortless charm, was everything Liam wasn't. Liam, she mused, paled in comparison to this stranger, who seemed more than capable of meeting her every desire. The man's gaze flitted between the dented luxury vehicle and his wrecked motorcycle, a flicker of amusement in his expression. Her prized car, he thought, wasn't even worth the cost of his bike's handlebars. With a sly grin, he pulled her into his embrace, his tone teasing but firm. "Deal. I can't pay for your car repairs anyway. But don't complain later, little firecracker." With that, he swept her off her feet, carrying her with ease toward a nearby hotel. As soon as they entered the room, she shoved him onto the mattress. In a hotel celebrated for its quirky offerings, she quickly located restraints on the nightstand and latched his wrists to the headboard. "I prefer being in control," she stated, her cheeks glowing with a provocative flush. Despite lacking experience, her bold demeanor exuded confidence, akin to a flower blooming under dim, ambient lighting. Her authority didn't last long, and she hardly cared whether he'd completely enjoyed the encounter. "We're even now," she murmured, panting and disheveled. In a swift motion, he reversed their positions, pinning her beneath him, his gaze intense with unrestrained desire. "That's all? I recall you promising that it'd be a whole night." "It's still early," he taunted. Before she could comprehend how he escaped the restraints, she found herself overwhelmed, her rationality slipping away entirely. Mimicking her earlier assertiveness, he covered her mouth with his palm, compelling her to endure. Tears brimmed in her eyes as she whimpered beneath his unyielding movements. When he said a whole night, he wasn't exaggerating. Charlee lost track of the moments she blacked out. His insatiable energy seemed endless, pushing her body past its limits. Hours later, as she slipped back into her outfit, she couldn't summon the courage to meet his gaze. Her hoarse voice trembled with a warning as she said, "I have the crash footage. The moment I step out, we're nothing to each other. Stay silent." From behind her, his voice dripped with amusement, lazy yet sharp. "Interesting. I've kept a copy of that clip too." Not catching his implication, Charlee grabbed her belongings and headed for the exit. Her shaky legs almost betrayed her, threatening to collapse beneath her. His deep chuckle echoed. "Sure you don't need more time to recover? What a smug bastard." She slammed the door behind her with every ounce of strength, nearly tempted to hit him with it. She missed the possessive glint in his eyes as he watched her leave. In the hotel lobby, the glowing screen of a television displayed breaking headlines. "A shocking revelation today. 2 elite families in Jerk, set to unite through marriage, have faced public embarrassment." Sources claim the Todd heir stormed out of the ceremony, leaving the Sullivan heiress humiliated. A bystander muttered, "Rumor has it the groom's quite fond of his fiance's half-sister. Now that her parents have rekindled their relationship, who knows? Maybe he'll end up with the other sibling." On the screen, Charlee appeared in a crimson gown, her hair dotted with celebratory confetti. The camera lingered on her frozen smile, magnifying the heartbreak behind it. Surprisingly, after her intense encounter, Charlee realized the pain from the breakup wasn't as sharp anymore. She had clung too tightly to Liam, convinced their years-long relationship was indestructible. She had let him take her affection for granted. But he was never irreplaceable. Someone else had managed to fill the void effortlessly. The stranger from last night, for instance, who possessed boundless endurance.